On a foggy December morning in North Carolina, a routine flight took off from a quiet regional airport. Minutes later, it turned back.
December 18, 2025. A quiet morning begins at Statesville Regional Airport in North Carolina.
Weather conditions that morning included low clouds, light rain, and reduced visibility.
The airport is located about 45 miles north of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Visibility in the area was reported at less than 3 miles.
Statesville Regional Airport is a non-towered facility serving the local region. Runway 10 was active for departures that morning.
The aircraft involved was a Cessna Citation II business jet.
The aircraft was manufactured in 1981.
The flight was scheduled to travel from North Carolina to Sarasota, Florida.
7 people were on board, including 5 passengers and 2 crew members.
The aircraft was prepared for departure under overcast conditions.
Shortly before 10:06 a.m., the aircraft began taxiing toward the runway.
The jet lined up on runway 10 for departure.
At approximately 10:06 a.m., the aircraft began its takeoff roll.
Moments later, the jet lifted off and climbed into low cloud cover.
The aircraft continued climbing into reduced visibility conditions. Flight data later showed the aircraft reaching approximately 4,300 feet. The jet traveled approximately 11 miles from the airport.
Flight tracking data shows the aircraft making a sharp turn back towards Statesville.
The aircraft began an emergency return to Statesville Regional Airport. After turning back, the aircraft began descending toward the airport. Inside the cockpit, pilots relied on instruments as outside visibility remained limited.
Low clouds and light rain continued to affect visibility during the approach.
As the aircraft approached Statesville, runway lights became faintly visible. Conditions near the runway remained wet and visibility limited.
The aircraft crashed near the east side of the runway during the landing attempt. During the final moments of the approach, the aircraft continued descending toward the runway.
The wreckage caught fire following the crash.
Emergency crews responded quickly to the crash site. Following the crash, Statesville Regional Airport was closed due to debris on the runway.
Following the initial response, the scene fell quiet.
All 7 people on board were killed in the crash.
The loss was felt across the local community and beyond.
The aircraft was owned by a company controlled by Greg Biffle.
The National Transportation Safety Board launched an investigation.
Investigators began documenting and cataloging evidence from the wreckage.
The cockpit voice recorder was recovered from the wreckage.
pilot. Investigators also recovered navigation and warning system components.
A preliminary report was expected within 30 days, with a final report in 12 to 24 months.
Investigators examine aircraft systems, flight data, and environmental conditions.
The moments after takeoff are considered among the most critical phases of flight.
At non-towered airports, pilots coordinate landings using standard procedures and radio calls. Low visibility can require pilots to rely almost entirely on instruments.
During an emergency, pilots must assess options quickly with limited information.
Flight data and recordings are analyzed in detail over many months.
At this stage, investigators have not released a probable cause. The goal of every investigation is to improve aviation safety and prevent future accidents.
For now, many questions remain unanswered.
Investigators release information only after careful verification.
7 lives were lost in the crash, leaving families and communities in mourning.
The aviation community reflected on the loss and the risks inherent in flight.
Aviation investigations are conducted to understand what happened and how to prevent it from happening again.
Reaching reliable conclusions takes time, careful analysis, and verification.
Each accident contributes to a broader understanding of aviation safety.
Public information is shared carefully as facts are confirmed.
The loss remains deeply felt.
In the days that followed, the airport returned to quiet operations. The investigation into the crash remains ongoing.
Aviation safety continues to evolve through careful study and shared knowledge. Weather can rapidly change flight conditions, particularly during departure and approach.
Aviation involves complex systems, environments, and decisions working together in real time.
Pilots often have limited time to make decisions when conditions change unexpectedly.
Pilots train extensively for emergency scenarios, though no two situations are ever identical.
Aviation accidents are often the result of multiple contributing factors, not a single failure. Lessons from investigations often lead to changes in training, procedures, and technology.
Aviation safety relies on constant review, accountability, and oversight.
For the families affected, the loss is permanent and deeply personal.
Every investigation serves as a reminder of aviation's responsibilities and risks.
As the day ends, the questions and lessons remain. Investigators avoid speculation, relying only on verified evidence.
Aviation safety depends on accountability, training, and constant evaluation.
Every detail matters when determining how an accident unfolded.
Behind every investigation are lives permanently changed.
Every flight carries a responsibility to learn from the past.
At Statesville Regional Airport, daily operations eventually resumed.
Documenting aviation accidents helps ensure that lessons are not forgotten.
A moment of silence honors those who lost their lives.
Aviation moves forward by remembering, learning, and improving. This documentary was produced using verified public information. The investigation remains ongoing.